Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for taking time out to watch my video. Today I have 3 projects for you, pretty simple. First one is I found this frame. I believe I found this in the trash or out in the garage. Anyway, I took these paint sticks and I cut them down to size. I just stuck one in there and marked it off on the other edge. And then I took my little saw I got from Home Depot and I cut each one to make a background. This saw, pretty much everybody has. It's at Home Depot and I believe it was like $9. Works pretty good, so you don't have to use your power tools. Sometimes I just don't feel like using my power tools. Sometimes they make me nervous. So this saw is really good because it does straight lines, diagonal lines, does 45-degree angles, and then I just take the next piece and I just mark it off and do the same thing. I mark all my pieces and then I cut them to size. I clean the frame up, and as you can see, I'll show you in a minute how dirty it is. Oh, it's filthy. You can see here that it has a little bit of, I don't know what you call that, like material in between the 2 pieces of wood. I was gonna leave that color, but it was too hard to paint and paint the 2 pieces in between it, so I decided to paint it all white. Now, you'll notice that some of my pieces are too big because I don't think the frame is straight, so I just recut those pieces. After I'm done cutting all the pieces, I decide to stain them. I bought this red mahogany stain. It's one of my favorites. I love the red in it, although this doesn't have too much red in it. I mean, you could see a little bit there, but I had one before, I think because it was gel stain. It had a lot more red in it, and I loved it. Okay, so what happened with this project is that I stained these pieces. I went upstairs and I printed a decal on my Silhouette Cameo. Well, I printed it in brown vinyl. So when I came back down, the brown vinyl clashed with the brown wood. So I tried to do a kind of whitewash over it. I wasn't completely happy with how it turned out. I did put you'll see, I did put the brown lettering on there, and I just hated how it turned out. So I decided to redo it. I was gonna just leave it, and then I said, no, just redo it. So it says fall is my favorite color, and I decided to put these pretty leaves on there that I got at Dollar Tree. I did put them on there, and then I pulled them all off. Not the leaves, the lettering. I had it sitting there for a couple days, and I kept looking at it, and I just was so unhappy with it. So I took it off. I redid it, and I did the lettering in white. So I've been really lazy lately. I want to call it lazy, but I have no motivation. Um, I thought maybe something was wrong with me, and I don't really want to get into this, but my thyroid was a little acting up a little bit, so that could have been why I was so tired all the time. But I'm taking medicine now, and I'm starting to feel better. Um, I just had no motivation to do anything. So, and then I would do something and it would turn out terrible. So I was like, what's going on? Anyway, I said, instead of leaving it like that, fix it. Do it the way you want to do it. Make yourself happy. So I'm much happier with how it turned out. I feel a lot better. And I like the white lettering so much better. I like to be happy with my projects. I like to feel good about them. So now I do. I didn't settle for the brown. It just, oh well, it is what it is. I fixed it. It didn't take long. It only took a minute. I was just being lazy. Okay, so my next project. This is actually an old project that I did a long time ago, and I didn't film it. This was before I had a channel. I saw it at Hobby Lobby, and I said, I can recreate this. And this is pretty much all there was to it. A piece of wood and some frames. So I took the other frames off. I think they might have fell off in the move, but I decided to paint the wood white. The other frame was still stuck on there, so I just put some tape around it so I could paint the bottom piece. And then after it dried, I added my other frames. I tried to use this crazy glue from Dollar Tree, and yeah, I wasn't too happy with it. Not for this project. I got it all over my fingers, so I used my glue gun, and it was much better. So right now I'm adding my glue gun to the crazy glue. I'm trying to use both, and I just didn't like how it was turning out. It wasn't sticking right. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys feel the same way I do, but I love this. I just love the simplicity of it. I think it's so cool. Throw some pictures in there, stick a piece of cardboard on the back, and there you go. I used one of those round mirrors from the Dollar Tree and a couple old frames that I had. And that's it. Next, I saw this on Pinterest. I got some of this macrame cord from Amazon. I took these 2 canvas frames from Dollar Tree and just did this simple little piece of 2 pieces of art. You just take these 2 canvases and you some sticks, and that's it, and the macrame cord. What I do is I take the staples out of the back. Here's Rosie. Hi, Rosie. So you're never going to guess this, guys. Rosie has feline coronavirus. Do you believe that? Anyway, it's not the same as our coronavirus, but I couldn't believe that. She had like a little seizure, so I took her to the vet, and that's what came out positive. But I heard that all cats have that. I don't know. I have to look it up. I have to Google it. But they didn't give her anything for it. She's fine. Anyway, you just take the canvas frames, and I measure the sticks to go diagonally on the small frame, and I cut them. I just cut them one by one because I measure each one separately to see where it would. Oh no, I measure on this one, I'm going straight across, so I just measure them all the same. Then I take the macrame cord and I just wrap it around the outside of the frame. I just take my glue gun and glue the first piece, and then just keep going around and around the frame. I cut a pretty long piece off so I don't have to take that big spool, keep putting it through the frame. And then when I end, I just glue it and start a new piece. See what I'm saying? So instead of putting that spool through the frame, it's easier just to put this little thing of cord. I just continue around the whole frame to make, to just cover up the wood. This macrame cord, this big spool is from Amazon. I think it cost me like $10. So in my next frame, you'll see the frame is finished. Then I just take these sticks and I glue them to the back. So this project I consider a set because one kind of looks weird by itself without the other one. But as a set, I think they look really cool. They're very boho-ish. And I think they're pretty cool looking. So I think with other boho decorations, they would look really cool. Hanging on a wall, sitting on a dresser, anything. Does anybody have like a really big, great craft room and you don't go in it? Mine is just filled with junk, and it's a mess again already from stuff that I bought. And the thing is, I don't have an air conditioner in it. I live in an old house, so we have to have window air conditioners. So it's so hot up there that I don't even go in it. But it's so much more convenient just to do it like right here in front of the TV or in my kitchen, because I stand up a lot when I do my crafts. So I don't know. It's just, I guess when it gets cooler out, I'll be up there more often. I hope, because I love it, but I don't use it that much. So I'm doing the same thing here. I'm just going around the outside of the frame to make it look a lot better. And it looks so much nicer covering up the wood. And then what I do after that is I make my sticks go diagonal on this one. So I do measure them each stick because they're going to be different sizes. And then, like I said, the two pieces together make a really nice set. So I'm pretty happy with this project. The simplicity of it, again, was very easy. Guys, thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you so much for taking time out. Please hit that subscribe button. I gotta try to work harder on my channel. I'm not doing enough. And hopefully I will. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.